We're with National Freestyle Developmental Coach Bill Zadick, who's returned from Baku, Azerbaijan at the FILA Cadet World Championships. Bill would like to talk to you a little bit about the athletes and then the overall event. But let's start with our world champion for the United States, Zane Rutherford of Pennsylvania, who was our gold medalist at 63 kilograms. Could you talk a little bit about his performance and the kind of athlete that Zane Rutherford is?
Yeah, he had a great performance, obviously, gold medal. You always feel good about that. And Zane in particular had not the easiest road, and sometimes I think that's good for Americans. It kind of gets our dander up right away. And he had to come out of the gate both barrels blazing with Iran in the first round match. And it was a hard-fought match, and he won, obviously, and wrestled very well. And throughout the tournament, he just kept getting better and better. Just absolutely has no quit in him. And going to the final match with the Russian, it was a very hard-fought match, and back and forth. There's a lot of points and trading. The first period, he pretty much had control of, and kind of got lost the period right at the very end. And then in the second period, back and forth, some scoring that we'd like seeing go the other way, and cut his head open. Had a pretty good gash on the top of his head where we had to stop the match and tape his top of his head two directions to keep the tape on so he could continue. And it seemed like the more obstacles that were thrown in the way, the more determination that Zane showed, in that he just wasn't taking no for an answer, and fought hard. And he's got some great technique, great little shot that he just kept peppering away and staying in these guys' faces. And so as a human being, he's a great kid off the mat, works hard, was just hungry to learn, and asking questions during the training camps and stuff. He was a lot of fun to work with. He's got a tremendous passion for the sport and loves to win. And that was a lot of fun and a lot of excitement for us. And he's coached by Russ Hughes out there in Pennsylvania, and Russ obviously doing a great job with him.
Let's talk about the three guys that made medal matches but took fifth place. Chance Marsteller, Mitch Sliga, and Garrett Ryan. Talk first about Chance, because he got banged up and wasn't able to go for the bronze.
Chance Marsteller, going into the tournament, I felt like he was a strong gold medal contender, and he was wrestling in the semifinals. And he was in on the guy's leg several times in the first period. Wasn't able to score, and went to a clinch. And he was actually doing a really good job of defending, and had gone to a tripod where the Ukrainian had leg clinch on him. He was defending in the tripod, and the Ukrainian stepped off to the side and just popped his hips in a gut wrench. And as Chance went hand to hand, he dislocated his elbow. So he was unable to continue and had to default down to fifth place. But he was looking very well in the tournament. He looked really good, and I think had he not gotten injured, I think he had all the potential to do what he wanted to do, and that was be the world champion. So fifth place, he defaulted down too. And then with Mitch Sliga and Garrett Ryan, both really tough kids, hard-nosed, and even in their bronze matches where they ended up fifth, they came out of those matches just kind of upset at themselves, because I think they both felt like they could have had those bronzes, and I think they can too. They're quality kids. I think the thing for us is in the United States, and that's what makes the cadet age group so important for us, is that our team, for the majority of our team, it's their first international experience, and we're going there and facing an Iranian team, for example, who's trained anywhere from 14 to 20 international competitions as a group, as a team. So for us, we're kind of fighting an uphill battle. And me personally, as a development coach, it's my goal to get some more experience injected into our athletes' careers at an earlier age, and some foundational stuff that's going to carry them through their developmental years into their collegiate years and win them NCAA titles and then World and Olympic titles. So, you know, Sliga and Ryan and some of the other guys, you know, Joe McKenna dislocated his shoulder in the quarterfinal round, and I feel he was a strong finalist contender. You know, we had some very good performances, and with some injuries, you know, disappointed obviously, but you know, hopefully it's a start of a big movement and a big push to get some more international experience and really move these kids and our whole country moving forward.
How tough was the Cadet Worlds? I mean, you've been to different age group world championships. Obviously, you have won the world title as a senior and been at that competition level before. Did the foreign teams offer a real tough challenge at that age group to the U.S. guys? Yeah,
you know, in the last 3 years, 2 years, I guess, as a development coach, in the 4 age group world titles championships that I've seen, it's extremely competitive, and a lot of the, you know, it's very similar to our senior level, where you see the strongest countries on the senior level are the strongest countries at the junior and the cadet level as well. And Azerbaijan, Russia, Iran, very strong showings. Georgia, some very strong competitors out there, and technically right there on par with our senior level athletes. I think, you know, there's obviously physical maturity that comes into play with that, but very competitive, very big deal, and it's important. It's important for the United States and the health of our sport in this country to rise to the challenge and start moving forward in these age divisions.
Next up for you is the Junior Worlds in Thailand. A full summer of preparation for a lot of these guys. Just briefly, your thoughts of how the United States can do in freestyle.
I think we can do well. I think we have a very talented team, and I'm excited about their opportunity, but I've been around the sport long enough that talent and opportunity don't mean a whole lot. So while I'm excited, I'm still, we want to keep our nose to the grindstone and keep focused on business. But I do think we have a chance to do very well there.
Outstanding. Thanks, Bill.